Hello, my name is Emmeline Rogers, and I am here to introduce the one, the only, Bella Schaffer. Zaffer. Bella Faith Zaffer? Bella Faith Schaffer. There were two. The blonde one. She arrived to St. Mary's her freshman year from GSL and has been making her mark on our grade ever since. She has a quiet kindness that is something her close friends rely on to support them through their hard days and their good ones. Bella has been described as a loyal and true person, something very poetic and fitting for her. In my opinion, she is one of the most beautiful girls in the world, and she always seems put together, which just shames the rest of us. And I don't know how I'd get through AP Stat class without her quiet presence behind me. She is absolutely hilarious, always knows when someone needs a laugh or an encouraging word. Bella is so in tune with those around her that she can tell when someone is having a bad day, and her close friends consider her irreplaceable. So I now give you the truly one and only, Isabella Faith Schaffer.
I am a scaredy cat. Whether it's riding roller coasters, going to the doctor, or even giving this speech, I am typically terrified. You name it, and I'm most likely scared of it. Those close to me know that I typically allow this fear to spiral into dramatic panics and even tears, despite the fact that I often have nothing to be afraid of. Unfortunately, this has happened more times than I can count. For example, me, a junior in high school, decided to go to a haunted house with my younger sister and her 4 friends. Simply waiting in line, I quickly became terrified. Before I knew it, I was in the haunted house, bawling my eyes out as 5 freshmen posted my embarrassment all over their Snapchat stories. Or there was the time, this November, when a group of us decided to get our ears pierced. Although this was my second piercing, I was somehow still worried. My friends became quite annoyed with me as I worked myself into a frenzy, wondering whether or not my second piercing would, in fact, hurt. After watching Anna Alexander get hers done, I thought there was no way I would be able to do it. The next thing I knew, it was my turn, and I was on the verge of tears. Once again, I was recorded and posted by my friends, who found my fear to be hilarious. For me, and most likely for others, these are rather literal fears, specific general worries that many of us face. But when thinking about fear on a larger scale, there is one that we can all relate to, the fear of the unknown. There is a stigma surrounding uncertainty for the obvious reason that we cannot anticipate its outcome or understand its consequences. This is something we face on an everyday basis. From wondering what grade we received on our last test to accepting a new job, our lives are full of the unfamiliar. In a few short months, I will be starting one of the most unknown paths, college. I often find myself thinking about what my life will be like after I go off to school. What will it be like without my family? Will I be able to make new friends? Am I picking the right major? These are questions I ask myself every time the thought of college comes into my mind. Leaving the small bubble that I have lived in for my entire life truly scares me. However, I find reassurance in the fact that St. Mary's has prepared me for this next chapter in my life. It has provided me with the best academic background and has allowed me to form some of my closest relationships. Because of this, I know that the class of 2019 will go on to do big things in the world. Going our separate ways in May will be one of the toughest times, but I'm excited to see what life has in store for each and every one of us. In a world full of opportunities, the unknown is inescapable. Unfortunately, resisting change won't turn its outcome in your favor. One cannot control uncertainty, and worrying will only make things worse. With that being said, we cannot be afraid to take risks. Try out for that sports team. Take the hard class. Don't let the unfamiliar hold you back. Let go of this fear of change and accept the possibilities. Being afraid is natural, but it shouldn't prevent you from embracing new chances. This is something I wish I had learned earlier in my life. Maybe it could have even helped prevent some of my dramatic meltdowns. Going forward, I will keep this in my mind as I face new tasks, and I hope you do the same. Thanks.